Met with some people from the Baton Rouge Economic Development. A lot of people are using it to look up here.
But what I don't want to happen is they think it's industrial, and guess what, it's been vacant for 6 months,
6
right?
months and you can't
Okay,
comply.
so we have to go through the rezoning process. So
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
trying to make y'all aware of what's coming, and let's try to be consistent with it, okay?
I agree.
Mr. Whitney, thank you, Carl, let it be proactive.
That's right.
Let's be more proactive in what we do. 'Cause it's bad when you have to be reactive. It's best to be proactive.
Josh, do you want to add anything to that, buddy?
Mayor, one of the biggest, I'm Josh Oakland, Chairman of Planning and Zone. Where the biggest concern is the speed of how things are getting moving right now. If somebody dealing with stuff going on in West Feliciana will come over here and find an industrial piece of property that, hey, we want to use it for whatever, storage of whatever item or
Right.
something. In our current setup where it is, it takes us 2 months to turn around and reconfirm their zoning.
Exactly.
And zoning is an issue that public outcry can affect zoning. So if a subdivision was built around it, and the building sat there, and it's been there for 15 years, and this big building sitting there, building south of Clinton sat there for years, empty, you know, perfect example. But if somebody would come in and say, hey, we don't want it there, if you had enough public outcry, you could stop it, and that would stop somebody's zoning on their property. So I hate where we're set up right now with this 6 months, take it away, it's taking their zoning. There has to be some way to reconfirm their zoning, not to take it, whether it has to go in front of one meeting or something to that effect and say, hey, it was used as industrial here, it has been continued being used as industrial, the permits and all need to go through through our permits office or something to that effect. There's gotta be a way to make it a quicker deal, because it will start costing people money if they say, hey, in 2 weeks, I need to be able to store A in this building.
You have to wait 4 weeks for planning
It's
it
gonna
on.
take 2 months to make it
Take too long.
you know, so.
So do you think that if you took that map and you color coded it or whatever, that would, y'all think that would help to solve the problem? You know, if it had been industrial, okay, here it is, it's yellow, it's industrial, so here, I wanna put something on this industrial property, then it would,
It would
Keep it?
identify, but it's still taking it.
Correct.
Right now, our ordinance takes it right now.
Right.
So, I mean, we've gotta be careful with that. That's where the problem, and it's not a big problem. Most buildings function as they were functioned, and they stay, but as we're getting tighter development, especially in Mr. Aldo's district, in that area, as these houses move around it, and somebody had a machine shop that was a 12,000 square foot machine shop, and we don't want that next to us
I want
anymore.
that
We
next to us.
metal at 4 o'clock in the morning, when they were there first, and the zoning could stop it, you know, and that would take that building from that person, basically.
And we see what the public outcry does.
Right,
It
right.
make a big difference.
It
When
can
the public
happen.
come in, it changes things. It changes the jury perception of things when the public comes. It's just the truth.
Right, it's the way, and zoning's one of those things that can function on public outcry,
Exactly.
you know, so.
Because we make decisions on public outcry lots of times.
They're our constituents, yeah.
Yeah.
so
I
can
know.
we
We're their
suspend
voice,
that
too.
6-month rule until y'all come up with something better? Can we suspend it?
I would like Mr. DeQuilla's opinion.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, we went through a lot to get that 6 month. When zoning was originally created, they had a map.
Right.
And the map said, this is commercial, this is industrial,
Is
this
that
is
okay?
A2, and that's what you need to go by. I mean, when you get up here and you start making exceptions for this, exceptions for that, you know, then you can start paying a lot of money in the court system.
Exactly, sued a
Not
lot.
consistent. Mr. Williams is right. You have to be consistent. The map says this. If it's not in operation in 6 months, we changed our ordinance. You know, they took it out of the ordinance in 2010. We just put it back in the ordinance. Let's leave it like it is. And if they need to change the zoning, let them go through the zoning process and check. If they need it 2 weeks from now, they should have started 2 months earlier.
It's just that simple. It started 2 months early.
Let me give y'all an example, and I don't know the exact date. But it's a corner over there, I ain't getting everybody's business. But it was a facility, it got moved because it's gonna be sold to somebody.
Yes.
And the papers has been sitting on a lawyer's desk for, unless they close this last week. But it's been going on now for probably in excess of 6 months, waiting on, it ended up a little pie-shaped piece of property. And they won't sign off on it until this just gets closed out. But my point is, if they come up here to buy this permit, and this has been working for months, we shouldn't hold those people, then let's go back through rezoning, because we already know, hey, here's a concrete plant sitting there, got moved just for this reason, to be sold to put a very nice convenience store that we need.
I heard about that.
So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that, hey, you're right, we need to make sure we don't run into that. And I certainly hope this property here, when they come to get that permit to start that bill, that we don't run into that.
And it's power shaved off of that property, and that property's cleaned off right now, isn't it? That's
Property's
where-
cleaned off, but it's just waiting on the
Well,
closing.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
I mean,
been waiting on the closing over just some, it was one thing that got that out of the way now, it's one other small thing, just waiting on the closing, that's it.
But in agreement with you, where does our line then fall? Is that property being sold? Is that property being advertised, being still active? Is it being on that list still active? What considers that property as being active? You see what I'm saying? That's
Exactly.
where we have, where we can run into problems. you
That
know?
property is gonna be active, just
Right.
waiting to sign off on
Make
it.
them pay for it.
And been waiting, probably
I'm agreeing with you. on
6
that,
months.
you know.
all just over minor legal issues.
But the way our ordinance reads, Mr. Olivo, it's been vacant for 6 months, it reverts back to
I
original,
realize
okay?
that, but we, we
You're
got
gonna
to
have to be
figure that one
consistent. You
out,
can't
and
keep
we got to
jumping
make
back
an
and forth.
exception.
Cause that's when you're gonna get in trouble and you see a bunch of lawsuits and stuff go popping up.
Like
You
Mr.
gotta be
Sam just
consistent,
said,
you can't
they
change
wanted to
it.
start, they should have started 2 months ago.
What,
Get
Mr.
the
Sam
paper.
said you started 2 months early. What he
So,
said.
so most
hard
of
to be
these
that way.
developers and researchers know that zoning is first. And
First-
that
first
is why
zoning.
Josh and I are being contacted, because they know if we can get a zoning verification on this particular piece of property, then we can move forward with X. So that's why zoning is so important.
So are you thinking we should change our ordinance or?
No.
No, jump, leave it like it is.
Not us.
I think we should be consistent
Consistent.
with our ordinance.
That's what I
Can't
just
keep
said.
going back and forth.
That's all I'm trying to say.
That means you can't make exceptions for certain people.
Thank you.
You can't do it.
Well,
That's the point.
if that list is out there, if it's a government list, and if, therefore, that's kind of how we're advertising as a government, that property, and if it's going out there as being,
We're not
industrial,
advertising it.
then is it,
It's not on our list.
Yeah,
We're
that's
not
what I'm saying.
advertising it.
If they find that information with someone,
there's
it's not
some
coming
kind
to
of
the
list
Right,
that's
we're not
out
giving them
there
that list.
that they've got the information,
So
because
if-
that's how we got up with the Baton Rouge.
And it says
Economic
Louisiana
development.
Economic Development. It doesn't say East Feliciana
That's right.
Economic Development. It
That's
says
right.
Louisiana Economic Development. I don't know where they're getting their information from. I've called a lot of people to try to find out,
The bottom line is not coming from you,
100%.
but that's all we did.
But I just wanna let y'all know what's coming down the pipeline and how we, I would appreciate y'all handling it. That's all.
And we do have economic development in the parish, so they should be working together with East Bend and East Bend, or either state of Louisiana, but they're not.
They're not.
Yeah,
Next.
I know.
Is there a thought or a way to fast track it through instead of being, 2 months is a long time.
Follow the process.
If something getting,
Go ahead and talk.
I mean, instead of having to go through an entire because basically you are rezoning their property again. And industrial's hard to come by.
Like they said, if it's not conforming, if it wasn't, put it back like it was, you got to go through the process, you go change it. Right, Ms. Williams?
Yes, so my understanding, Mr. Sam, if, correct me if I'm wrong, we go through this map and update everything as much as we can. If it is not labeled as industrial there, and it's still in operation, then they're okay. But if it's been vacant for 6
6
months,
months.
then we need, then they're gonna have to advertise, they're gonna have the public hearing, they have to go through the process, correct? Is that correct, Mr. McCoy?
Because I don't know, some of y'all were on board, that was 2006 or
I
something.
was on there.
Mr. Lewis. So, you know, the map showed where everything was.
Everything was,
Commercial.
it was, it was posted up there for a long time.
Color. So I don't know where the map is.
It was posted right there, it was.
I know where it is,
You will.
I know where it is.
You know, it probably needs to be updated.
It does.
I mean, it's something that you might consider updating it. But some of the places that have been vacant, they're not use, they go back to what it was designated for. That's just the way it is.
Okay, Mr. Williams, you can try to work with it and get the map approved and put back up there with no way commercial problems are and ag and everything else. Can we launch that map and place it back on the wall? I think we should.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for everyone would know.
It has to be updated.
100%.
So
100%.
it won't be
And it takes 2 months for somebody?
At least,
At least 2 months, sometimes it might take.
at least 2 months. You have to advertise for 3 weeks, is that correct? You have to advertise for 3 weeks, you have a public hearing. They meet once a month, right at the end of the month. Y'all meet twice a month. I mean, it's a process.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Mr. McCray. I'm just trying to, everybody get on the same page here, that's all.
It may have been designated as industrial on the map, you know, we just have to look at the map and find out what the designation was.
Well, what if it's already designated as industrial? We're still gonna say
It's gonna
6
say
months.
If it's on the map and it says industrial, when the map was created, it's gonna stay industrial throughout the process. If it's not on the map, if it's not designated as industrial or commercial on the original map, and it was used for industrial or commercial purposes at that time, then it's gonna, if it's not used in 6 months, it's gonna revert back to what that original.
Which was the whole point of us doing this ordinance, correct?
But the original would go back to A1, or we bring it back to industrial, if that's, if
Whatever
it's
it was.
industrial on the map, I'm real confused.
After 6 months.
If it's industrial on the map and we don't use it for 6 months, it
Then
goes
it
back,
reverts
reverts
back
to
to-
A1?
Listen to me.
Okay, I'm
On the map,
fine.
And if it says industrial on the map, that when it was created in 2007 or 8, if it says industrial on the map, it's gonna stay industrial.
Okay.
A lot of things on the map, when they were created, it didn't say industrial, it just said A2, but it was being operated as a nursing home. That's a prime example. It wasn't on the map, it wasn't designated as commercial, it was in the middle of a subdivision, it was operating as commercial. It stopped operating as commercial, wasn't designated on the map as commercial, so it went back to what it was supposed to be on the map.
But if it's already on the map, I'll just stay.
Okay, so if it's industrial on the map, that's what it stays.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
There we
Mr.
go.
Nita was on board with that.
Yeah, but- State your name, state your name, please.
One minute apart. I forget the year, but we did go in there with Jeff Gardner and went through the things that were marked incorrectly and brought it up to date.
Really?
I don't remember the year right now, I'd have to go back and look it up. But, it was odd. We sent letters to the ones that were incorrect, told them what it was marked as, and it was done by the company that we hired to do this, wasn't us here in the parish, but it was the company that did that. And when we discovered they were marked wrong, we went and corrected those. And Jeff also volunteered to, since a lot of that is so small.
I
we can't see.
volunteered?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
you, Jeff volunteered to break it down in quarters and so you can blow it up and actually see a lot of this. As a big map, you can't tell.
It's just from the map that I know and I've seen, there's not a whole lot of industrial on that.
It wasn't.
And on this
Way
website,
back,
there's a lot more.
way
So
back,
I'm just
what?
trying to.
Well, we have a map, you got to blow it up.
But the other question I have, we are supposed to have a master plan. It's supposed to have been updated. As much as things are changing, and I know a lot of places go, they want to, you start designating what area of the parish can handle industry or your subdivisions, which is what's done in your master plan. That may be something else you may want to consider. Because it has definitely been a long time.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
sir.
not sure we're following that master plan.
With
I've
the-
seen it.
We've
I've seen it, I don't
we've
think.
never followed the master plan, and it definitely, but it's been a long time, and things have definitely changed.
It has changed.
So I think it would be good for the parish to maybe update that and start designating certain areas. Mr. Josh can kind of research that to see.
Thank you, Ms. Carter. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Let's move on. Approve engagement agreement with Kohler and Slavin for the 26th financial audit. No, not Falcon Worker. It's Kohler and Slater. Falk and Wanker, yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
It's just Falk and Winkler on
I
here.
know it's a mystery.
Now, what's it supposed to be?
Kohler and Slater.
I make a motion, we approve it.
I said,
Any more discussion? Question from the audience? None in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Ms. Harris. Committee staff report, executive committee, I don't have anything. Personnel committee, Dr. Chris O'Quinn.
We came, well, I guess I should say we did, but, it came to our attention that we had an issue in our handbook that prevented us from claiming with FEMA on some employees that were actually working, because we're allowed to claim their work hours if we're gonna have a FEMA claim. It was our straight time people who were not on overtime. But if we put this one little sentence, and it's, I think, the second to last page in your book, or one little paragraph, that allows us to meet the standard that we needed to meet during a federally, state, or locally declared emergency or disaster. Employees, including full-time, part-time, seasonal, temporary, and contract personnel who are assigned disaster-related duties, may be compensated for all eligible straight time and overtime hours worked. Disaster-related hours shall be documented separately for payroll and reimbursement purposes. It has nothing to do with how those people work. All it does is how we claim them.
So we can be reimbursed.
Yes, so we can be reimbursed. So,
I make a motion to approve it.
Motion by Ms. Chester.
Second.
By Mr. Armstead. Any discussion? Question from the audience? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else, Dr. Quinn?
that's all, thank you.
Finance Committee, Mr. Kyle Finkel, he's not here. His recommendation to approve money invoice.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Miller, second by Mr. Oliver. Any discussion? Question from the audience? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Public awards to equipment, Mr. Dexter McCray.
I don't have anything, Mr. President.
Very proud of Mr. Dexter Armstead.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. I just got the rough draft. If you look on your booklet on the last page, you'll see a little sketch. This comes from the draftness, but real quickly, you guys can look over this. It's just kind of detailing what we're trying to do over there, what we're trying to do. I think Ms. Dana Day and Misha's been working on a grant over the Department of Public Works since we were talking about the coming in for disasters and emergency. We're trying to update that facility over there so when these guys and ladies have to stay, they'll have somewhere to accommodate them with showers and all. So anyways, if you're looking at that the way you see it now, you're actually, that open part, well, let me just see, where you see the 10-foot part, that's that little hallway, if you inside the office going back into the warehouse. If you see the little 10-foot, but that little area right there, that's the extension. We're coming out 10 feet and going over, I think it's 20-something feet. The kitchen, real quickly, is going to be extended, but you do see the most important thing, they'll have a shower for the ladies. You see a little bench coming in, the way I had them designed it, so when you open the door, you don't see exactly see the shower, you see a wall. So you have to come in and go in there. So I know they're going to be having meetings out in the general area. I guess that would be on the north side of it. But anyway, real quickly, you guys, if you take that home and look over it, if you have any questions, it's not set in stone yet, but once we say yeah, he's going to put some electrical and mechanical detail to it to move forward with it. But like you said, it's a 7 foot by 8 foot in the shower area with a 3 foot by 4 foot shower, bench, new toilet, and on the outside, let me say this real quick, the storage room where the guys have, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Foster, where you have the storage room now, that is going to go outside. The sleeping quarters will be where the storage room is generally located at right now. So they're going to put a couple of walls out in the main part of the storage room that was 26 feet. So they'll take all the water and stuff out. They'll be in a cool area. There where they put their little sleeping quarters to have there. But anyway, that's all I have. Anybody have any questions, you can contact me or Miss Misha or Mr. Foster, KJ. We're available to answer any questions or concerns you guys may have. That's all I have, Mr. President. Anybody have any questions?
Any questions?
Okay.
Okay. Administrative matter, the treasurer report.
Just have a few things. So there has been a discussion for some time now about making repairs to Line Road and how the jury would secure funding for this project. I wanted to ask permission for Mr. Hill and myself to begin developing a plan, which will more than likely begin working with the engineers on a cost estimate. If you all would give us your support with that. I will start with the engineers on an estimate for Line Road.
Yes,
And we may be able to get some help.
get some grants or something.
So, yeah,
What's going
because,
to
the work that's gonna be happening on Highway 68 next year,
Did anyone contact Pendleton about that?
We did look into that. They don't do
Cause they usually, they help with that
a
one time.
road.
Not whole road.
No, they did part of it.
that,
They
I
did
didn't
part
see.
and Paris did one part.
talking about Line Road?
Yes, sir. That was some years ago.
They've changed.
You're
They
not
don't-
talking
yeah.
about
I think we should look into how they
Greenbrier Road to
get
their
I know
house.
Greenbrier they did.
They did
The-
their part to their house. I don't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
did,
don't-
but-
Yeah,
Uh,
they did about, what, a mile and a half, 2 miles or something like that?
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about getting a cost estimate to overlay all of Line Road. We've been talking about that for a while.
Repairing Line Road, and I think it's 3.8,
Repairing and overlay.
You ready for
whatever
it?
it needs.
Well, it needs to be overlaid.
Well,
don't-
overlay it.
Yeah, don't even have a road face.
Well, you wish I can take whatever we can get over there. I mean,
Because part of
It
it
needs
is
to
yours,
be
part of
overlaid,
it's ours.
you know, the west side mine and,
the east.
the
East
other
side,
side
it's
is,
upstairs.
Armstead. We know, we've been talking about it, so.
Yes, sir, that-
We've talked about it, but you all haven't okayed moving forward with it. We've,
I'm gonna go ahead and make that motion.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
I second it.
Okay, okay.
That if we can find the money, you know,
Maybe we can get some money
get some
from,
funding.
yeah.
Okay, we got motion and second, any more discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Now, y'all, I don't know how that's gonna work. now,
Yeah,
you know?
y'all,
That's not on the agenda.
That's what I'm.
It's on the- it's
That's-
on-
that's
wait a minute, it's on
under
the administrative matter.
Administrative.
It's not
Yeah, but,
listed.
it's on the administrative
It's
matter.
not listed.
Yeah, but.
Well,
administrative
we can
matter.
always bring it back
Yeah.
next meeting.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We'll
we
bring it
can-
back to
You
next
gotta be
meeting.
careful.
All we
with
done
that.
is get her permission to look, we not,
To look.
we not
I
done
know,
anything at all.
but she going to get prices and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that,
You know, as long as folks over there don't take, we know how long it takes for this process to go on. you know.
in order to get any kind of appropriations or anything like that,
Right.
we'll have to know,
Right.
we'll have to have a cost estimate.
Cost estimate. We can wait for 5 months to go, but we gone by that time, is that?
Well, I can bring it
But
to
I
the
wanna do
next,
what- I wanna do what's right under the law, so we can't do it, we put it on the agenda for the.
Yeah, we'll just put on next month.
I don't want no
you
problem.
just
I
don't
mean,
want, just don't want to go up and overstep.
Yeah, how's your ditching coming out there? What's that? He's
Oh,
doing,
he doing- oh, he
his
doing-
ditching on Line Road is fabulous. I
It
think
looks
that's
really,
what
it looks
said.
really good. I saw it. Thank you, Frost.
so I'll put it on the next agenda to approve.
You to look into the prices of, what scope, whatever it is, to fix Line Road. We're not sending out bids or anything, it's right?
We just want to have the engineers to come out and look, tell us,
Appropriate.
yeah.
Anything else, Ms. Harris?
Yes, we'll begin advertisement to fill two upcoming vacancies on the Planning and Zoning Commission. The annual breastfeeding baby shower is August 19th from 11 to 1 at the health unit. The auditors will be here at the next meeting to give a presentation for the 2025 audit. And the George family would like to thank you, the East Feliciana Parish Police Jury, for everything you've done for our family during this time of bereavement. We truly appreciate the prayers, the food, the beautiful expressions from Frosty, the phone calls, the text messages, and the nearly 10 years of memories that gave him the opportunity to build more meaningful friendships. Most of all, thank you for standing by his side when he needed you most and helping ensure he received the care he needed as quickly as possible. God simply had other plans. Please know how much we appreciate the love, kindness, and support you showed him throughout the years. As you remember him, We hope you will remember the hardworking, caring, and genuine man he was. His memory will forever live in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. And that's from the family of Mr. Leroy George. And that's all I have.
Ms. Harris, could I ask you, you remember I had spoke with you about, when I came back from Capitol area, about the car seat giveaway. Did anything ever develop out of that? The baby seats, baby car seats?
No, how long, when was that?
Oh, it's been 6 months probably.
I don't remember the conversation.
You're supposed to reach out to them because they had them to give away.
I don't remember the conversation about that, but I can write it down.
Anything else? Let's move on. Homeland Security, Mr. Bueller had to leave. For the planning and zoning, we have motion to approve 2 maps. Motion?
I make a motion to
Second.
approve.
Second by Mr. McCray. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Dexter Armstead,
Yes.
Mr. Michael Cheatham, Mrs. Kristen Chastain, Mr. Kyle Flanagan is absent, Mr. Jason McCray,
Yes.
Mr. Keith Mills,
Yes.
Mr. Richard Olivo,
Yes.
Dr. Chrissy O'Quinn,
Yes.
President Lewis Kent.
Yes, motion carried. Next on the agenda, I place the Tourist Commission off, Ms. Arlene. I place Tourist Commission as on. Any updates from the Tourist Commission?
I'm Arlene Culpepper, Vice Chair of the East Feliciana Parish Tourism Commission. We did have our first meeting earlier in June. That was our first meeting once we rebanded. We did elect officers. Mr. Paul Davidson is going to continue as chairperson. I'll be vice chair. Heather Hallbrook will be secretary, and Mr. Smitty will be the treasurer. We did discuss, and Mr. DeQuilla was present at that last meeting. We did discuss how we could or could not proceed with certain events that we had been putting some planning into. We're going to have to revamp those plans because we can't participate in some of those to the extent that we thought we would. We're also talking about working on places where we might be able to get walking trails set up. We don't have funding or anything like that in place, but we did talk about some places that we could do that, or at least have nature walks or something. We have not come up with anything yet, but we do plan by the next meeting to have something to do as far as that goes. The LSU Ag Center has agreed that we can partner with them for their marketing when they do the fall foliage tour that they told you guys about last month. And we are also trying to work on we have a vendor here in the parish that is trying to work on a songwriting symposium. That's Galvez Distillery and Rum in Jackson. George Schaefer is going to host that if we can help them get it together. Now, we can't do anything as far as it goes other than marketing that event, but we did make some referrals to him for some Grammy songwriters and things that his staff and he can set up and try to get them there for a writer's symposium. We're also talking about doing something in the fall, probably in Jackson, as far as some sort of fall festival or something. JTech will more than likely take the lead on that, but we will definitely help them with their marketing. And right now, that's really all I have to report. Did you guys have any questions or anything?
I think you're doing a good job. The Tourist Commission. It's a good one.
And that's what we're trying to do with what we have to work with currently. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any public comment?
I have something else I want to add that I'll share with you all today. I spoke with Ms. Dana with the Louisiana Office of Community Development back when there was the 2016 flood. You all received some funding to repair, I believe it was Gross Road, Whitney Lane, maybe Frosty and some other repairs were done. It was a 10% cost share during that time. So now it's been approved that local shares, it's been determined that local shares approved for the project will be reimbursed to the parish. That's about $392,000 I was hoping would go toward the line road project. But once that funding is in, then we'll see what the jury decides on how you want to use that. I did also ask Ms. Dana to check and see if there's anything else that a match was paid that we can possibly be reimbursed for. So I'm waiting to hear back from her on that.
We have two choices, we can go ahead and apply,
And that will go into Road and Bridge.
go back to Road and Bridge. Any more public comment? If not, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Lots to discuss.
Oh, yeah, that's it happens.
Thank you, here.
Yeah, yeah, I know.